Welcome back, fellow travelers. I want to talk to you today about the first step that you should be taking when looking where to travel. So let's jump in. The dramatic pause is real. So, wrong window. What I do and what I'm looking at doing is right here. I go to google.com/flights. Now this one here is .ca because I'm in Canada. Same thing. So it's set to Ottawa. Let's pretend we're leaving out of Chicago. So put it in Chicago. Now, before anything else, we know we're leaving out of Chicago. We don't know where we want to go. So there's a few options that you can take in order to look at your options and see where you might want to travel. So first here is you have the dates, you have the places, and then you have obviously the interests. Well, what do you want to do when you're on your flight? Well, let's just do interests. Let's see what kind of flight you want or what kind of trip you want. So we have adventure travel, beaches, blah, blah, blah. It breaks it down so you can always click on, let's say an island spot, and it will bring up some interesting options for you. It'll tell you roughly the amount of time that it'll take you to get there, the amount of stops, and one of the most important factors is the cost. So you can go down, you can keep scrolling, you can click on something, it'll give you the options, give you accommodation. So it's actually pretty all-inclusive in terms of the information that it's presenting to you. Now let's go ahead and take off islands. So I've already put my dates at October 7th. We're already going to be October. Jesus. And let's say we want to narrow it down further. We had island destinations before, but let's say we know we want to go to Europe. We absolutely know we want to go to Europe. So first off, we've got our European cities that's listed, but we could also then drill down even deeper. Let's say we want to go on a shopping tour or a shopping trip in Europe. London, Paris, Milan, Rome, Istanbul, Barcelona. Good list. Good list. We could also trickle down to wildlife where you can go. It's near these major cities. Near Rome, really? Interesting. Anyways, that's one option. But what if you want something where you can look at, you can explore a lot of different areas? Well, let's take a look. We'll take this off here. And we'll go to explore destinations. You can also get to it on the side map over here. And here we go. So, first off, we have a map of wherever. Usually I think defaults to the United States. But if we're able to zoom in here, we can actually see flights, how much they cost to go to those destinations. So here we'll go Chicago. We've decided, let's say from our decisions. Actually, no. We're still looking here. We're still looking. So it's leaving from Chicago. So the prices will update. So we have, let's see here. Let's say we still want to go to Europe. So as we're zoomed out, we see kind of a high level, the major hubs that are in Europe. So we have Budapest here for 718, Paris for 543, London for 629, yada, yada, yada. We've now decided we want to go to we want to go somewhere in France. We're not too sure where. So let's zoom in. And it's slow to zoom in. I think it's because it's a lot of processing that's happening. But hey, that's fine. So we know that Paris is 543. If we want to go to Nancy, it's 3,842. If we want to go to, let's see, where is Nantes? 2,995. I was looking for Le Havre. Where is Le Havre? It's not on here. Boo. I was going to look for Le Havre. Let's go down south. Let's see what's down south. We got Marseille at 1,641. That's not a bad price. Nice for 1,000. You know what? Let's say Toulouse for 1,024, but we're gonna pick Nice at 1,026. So we're gonna budget in there. So this auto populates here, gives us a nice little map of where to go. And another interesting thing is, let's say you want to see exactly what the prices are around those dates. So we got here. We go actually back to the flight. So we've got Chicago, Nice, October 7th. If we go to the calendar here, we can actually see what the date combinations are for flight prices. So in this case, if I left on the 7th of October, it's $1,000, $1,026 to be precise. But if we left on the 11th, it's only $963. So a bit of a savings. So let's say, yeah, that interests us. So then we go ahead, we look at the rest of the month. We're like, okay, well, if I come back on, looks like the 18th, it's the cheapest at $872 round trip. Boom. We have our options, the airline it's with. But then you realize I don't want to fly Aer Lingus for whatever reason. Nothing against them, personally. But maybe you don't like Aer Lingus. So we'll go ahead and either pick an alliance. So if you accumulate miles on Star Alliance, you absolutely want to fly on a Star Alliance carrier, you go ahead and click on Star Alliance, you get an updated price quote. But what if we didn't want to fly an airline, we just want to fly a specific airline? We didn't want to fly on a conglomeration. Well, we will go ahead and say Air France is one we want to fly on. It will go ahead and give you all those options, and you can go back again and look at the Explore map with only Air France. So it will give you those options. You see Air France is right here. You have Delta, which is obviously not Air France, and then KLM. So it still gives you some options so that you know what you're doing and where you're booking. Now, I don't recommend booking through Google Maps, or Flights rather, Google Flights. Find what you're looking for. Use this tool to really find what you want to fly, to discover either areas in the world you want to fly to that fit within your budget, to get a bit of background on what is offered at certain destinations. So by using that filter of what kind of vacation you want to have, you can really customize your trip how you want it. I recommend once you found your flight, you found the airline, book directly through the airline. You'll be able to really get a sense of the terms and conditions. You can probably adjust your flight details as you book, whereas if you book with a third party like Google or Expedia or whatever, you're kind of locked into whatever terms are presented on here. Now, Google Flights is not a booking service 100%, so if you go to book it, it'll redirect you. I don't recommend booking through Google Flights, simply because what happens here is once you've gotten your details selected, you then go to book it, it'll book you through a third-party site. This is an ad, essentially. Google Flights is really just a search tool to find flights that you might want to book. Go with the carrier. Don't try booking through here. It's an ad. Just don't do it. That's my advice. If you do it, that's your business. You know, fair ball. Fair ball if that's what you want to do. I recommend not doing that. If you're not ready to book at this point, though, it's really good. You can track the prices so you can see if your flight is trending up or trending down, if there's a sudden spike in prices and you might need to book your flights quickly. It's a good tool for you to use. This is a great tool. It's what I use a lot of the times to decide where I want to go. I hope that was of some use to you. Let me know what your tips are and what you do in order to find the flights that you want, or to give you an idea of what destinations you'd like to travel to. I'd love to hear it. Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to check out some of my other videos, you can do that up there. And if you'd like to subscribe, you could also do that. It really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. Until next time, safe travels.